Okay, so versus 2, we're bottom of Group 4 after episode 1. Let's see what we can do about fixing that, shall we? What's up guys, welcome back to week 2 of versus 4, and as you can see, things are going rather well for us. We are currently sitting top of Serie A with an unbeaten record, 10 wins in 10 games with a plus 34 goal difference going into today's game against Atalanta, which hopefully will propel us up Group B, which if you haven't checked out the update on Custard Profits channel yet, you should do that. I'll try and remember to leave a link in the description below. Some good results though. We've only lost once in a competitive game all season, which was this game against Atletico Madrid, and that was largely down to, well, I say largely, it was partially down to the fact that Bernardeschi got himself sent off. We were looking like we might come back into the game at the time, which didn't help us at all, but also the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo picked up an injury that kept him out of that game, and I think the Cagliari game as well. So not too bad, but lots of good stuff going on in terms of that. So yeah, looking at the table, Ronaldo of course top of the goal scoring charts with 9 goals. Pjanic has had 7 as well. We're dominating the average rating scores. Pjanic also has 6 assists, and Ronaldo's been player of the match 6 times. Danilo being a bit of a dirty boy, but it's fine. So that's the update there. Transfer wise, because it was noted that only me and Old Lady Plays hadn't made any transfers as of the last update video. Well, the window is now shut, so let's look at who I've brought in first. I brought in James Rodriguez from Real Madrid on loan, a really solid deal. We're paying all of his wages, but he has played for us. He has played fairly well for us in his sort of 7 appearances, 7.23 rating. A lot of people think you can't get a good performance out of James Rodriguez, so I see on the Facebook groups and things. You definitely can. I've had some good performances from James Rodriguez on this and both the and on the Arsenal beta we did. I also brought in Ferland Mendy for 1.1 million a month on loan from Real Madrid, the French left back with 5 caps. He was only brought in as backup because I was looking for someone as the backup on that left hand side to Alexandro. He's played 3 games, but he's done well, so he's a pretty good pickup. I'm quite happy about him as a signing. I've also brought in Adam Marusic, the Montenegrin right back on loan from Lazio. Again, he's just there as extra options at fullback because I feel like the squad's a bit weak at fullback, and for £425 a month that's a good deal. I then spent £525 a month on Matty Longstaff just because he's a channel hero. I know him, I know what he can do. He's definitely backup to backup. He's probably not going to play a lot of games, but I know how hard he works, and I know how good he can be from having had him in Poland for so long. So I brought him in just a bit of a home comfort as an option to use. And then I brought in Jonathan Bond for 700,000 from West Brom. And again, this was kind of based more on previous knowledge than anything else. I know he's only a 1.5 star keeper or 2 star potential at Juventus. But I've had him in the Premier League before now on sort of saves I haven't obviously put on YouTube this season because we've only been playing in Poland. But he always does well. He's always solid. So he's third choice keeper essentially behind Buffon and behind Szczesny, who I also managed in Poland, I think. Oh no, I didn't. I've had every Polish keeper except Szczesny. But he's genuinely really solid. Like if you're managing a club and you need a solid goalkeeper, say you just got promoted to the Premier League or whatever early on, Jonathan Bond's the guy to go to. He is genuinely quite high quality in terms of just a good, solid, dependable keeper. One I think we'll probably not use this year, but if we'd have to, I won't worry about having him in goal. In terms of outs, basically I just sold a bunch of the youth team just to free up some wages, just to have some cash going. Fernando Del Sole is the biggest name really gone because I decided to free that space up with a loan. He will develop into a good player though, so we are actually going to keep him around. And financially, we're doing quite well because we still have 8.6 million to spend. The bank balance is low, but that will fluctuate over the course of the season. We've made a profit of 111 million this season, so I'm not stressing too much. And vision-wise, the board are quite happy. We've got a B. We're satisfying most of our expectations. We can't do anything like playing entertaining football, but if they're not entertained, I don't know what to do, because we've had a lot of big scores, and we're doing okay with wage budget, with Serie A, with the Champions League. Yeah, the notable thing I forgot to share actually with this was the 4-0 of Bologna against Bologna, a 7-0 over Sampdoria, 7-0 over Udinese, 7-2 over Brescia, and 5-0 over Lecce. And the actual table, because I know Custard Profit's going to want to see this for the update video, you can see we've scored 39, we've conceded 5 thus far. This is obscene. Anyway, we're going to get straight into the game, and I'm still not going to reveal my tactics because sneaky. Let's come back for the start of the match. So here we are, just before the start of the game. You can see our lineup up today is Szczesny, Cuadrado, Lit, Bonucci and Alexandro are the defence. Cuadrado I would usually play as an attacking midfielder, but Danilo is suspended. Pjanic and Bentancur are the central midfielders, with Bernardeschi, Dybala and Costa as the attacking midfield, and Cristiano Ronaldo returning up top. On the bench we've got Buffon, Demiral, Rabiot, Higuain, Mendy, Ramsey, James Rodriguez, Marisic, Khedira, Olivieri, Ruggiani and Matuidi. I'm pretty happy with how things are looking in terms of the squad now. I'm pretty happy we can do good things now. The loans were only essentially, as you can tell, brought in as backups, but what backups? Having James Rodriguez as your alternative to Dybala is disgusting. So, into the game, and let's see what we can achieve today. I'm going to let the assistant manager do all of the team talks because he speaks Italian and I do not. They're saying we're about to take charge of our first game as Zebra manager, but we did that. So, I don't know. Maybe I found a weird bug. Genuinely don't know why it's asking all these questions that are first game in charge questions, because I've done the first game in charge. We are better, get over it, and they're a threat, but so are we. Here we go. I did have a slight issue actually after recording the last episode, whereby for some reason it didn't save after we played, so I had to keep repeating that last game you saw, the first game of the season, because just I couldn't recreate the 2-0. It was Ronaldo gets an early penalty. Can he score it? Can he not score it? Boom, scored. 1-0 already. Yeah, Ronaldo. Sorry, I couldn't repeat the 2-0, and I wanted to keep things fair, so I just gave up on replaying the game because I spent about an hour and a half on it and just kept holidaying through the day until it went to a 2-0. So maybe that's why it thinks I haven't had a first game in charge. I don't know. I don't fully understand. Because I've played the games in between, I didn't get asked those questions, so who knows. But we've had one shot and one goal, which is exactly what we need. Good start for us, really good start for the boys. I am going to tell them to get creative though, because 1-0 is certainly not going to help us in the long term. We need to start with, or do more smashing. Alexandro with a throw-in, which Hollywood saved by Galini. If I'm honest, he could have done far more with that, or far less with that, to be honest. Like, he just needed to catch it. I don't know why he went Hollywood on us. And it started to rain here in Turin as the ball goes out wide to Castagni. Cuadrado, though, in with the tackle, just taps it to Bernardeschi, finds Cuadrado on the overlap. Has he got options around him? Hopefully he does. He steps over a tackle. Good boy. And he's inside. Can he cut back? Can he cut the ball back? He just goes for a shot. Goes for a shot again. And it's just spilled wide. But Diego Costa, or Douglas Costa, I'm getting so confused. Douglas Costa picks it back up. And it's not quite able to turn into a goal, but you know, we're all over them. We're absolutely battering them at this point, and it's looking good. Dybala with a free kick, whips it over, but Bonucci is there. Leonardo Bonucci with his 6th goal of the season. He's looked so dangerous from set pieces, and our fans are going mental in the stands. 2-0 already. Really good whipped cross from Dybala, just kind of hung in the air for what felt like forever. The defender thought he'd done enough about it, hadn't quite, and he just played it into the path of Bonucci, and Bonucci was there to put it away. And we're going to drop some praise on the team, and hopefully that will inspire more and more and more in terms of goals. That's always the goal. Just inspire more goals. And Dybala whips in the corner, De Ligt over the bar. It could have been so much bigger than it was, but he's, we can't fault the boy for trying. He's trying. They're all fired up. They're all happy. Douglas Costa not having the best game of his career. I'll try and fire them up again with some more praise as soon as the game allows us, because seem to produce efforts. They only have one shot the entire game. We're not dominating possession. This isn't really a possession tactic. What we are dominating is getting the ball up there and just peppering their goal till they do something. Dybala's going to pick this up from the head clear. Cuadrado, what can he do? Inside. Cuadrado off the side netting. It looks like they're trying to play out from the back apparently, which is probably quite silly, because we seem to be dominating them tackling wise. If they start playing out from the back, we're just going to pick up the ball further up the field, you'd think. But so far, 2-0 at half time. Let's hand that over to the assistant. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can keep building and keep building and keep building. I want to see some momentum from the boys. I'm going to ask them for more creativity. In fact, I'm going to demand more. I want more goals. More goals, please, boys. Let's see what we can do. That's all I ever ask for, is just more goals. It's getting towards a time where I might try and make a substitution. These players are quite fit. It's not like playing in Poland where you get players who will just tire out. These players are really fit. So it sort of comes down more to who is performing and who is not. And Bentancur is not performing. Let's just see this highlight out. It's Hateboer to Freuler, back to Hateboer on the right hand side. Plays it forward to Duvan, back to Tames, to Freuler, back again to Rafael Toloi, and then all the way back to the keeper, to Galini, to Jumanti. Come on, this feels like, also Jim City. This feels like we're going to get something out of this. Freuler, they're just tapping it around. Someone get in there and make a tackle. They're scared of us, boys. Come on, we're Juventus. Let's get this done. Why are we giving them this much space? More tackling. There we go. Douglas Costa doing the job of everyone else on the team. He's made it up the wing, crosses it in. Ronaldo's there. Cristiano Ronaldo just heads it wide, and it's close. Bentancur is not playing well. Bentancur, I was going to save subs for tired players, but Bentancur is not doing well. I don't know if that's the. Let's try something a little different. Let's send on Mendy. It's a good start. Who's the best replacement for Pjanic? Probably is Aaron Ramsey, which is still weird to say. We'll save that last sub. I'm going to keep an eye on Bentancur, because I do have James Rodriguez on the bench. I'm not short of options to play in that attacking midfield role, and yeah, I'm not convinced right now. I'm not convinced at all that Bentancur is doing the job for me. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd bring on Rabiot if I was going to take him off, but he's finally improving his performance. That's good. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a small switch. I think we're going to take off Dybala. We'll put on James Rodriguez. I considered taking Ronaldo off as well, actually, for Higuain, but you don't take off Cristiano Ronaldo. You just don't. It seems stupid. Praise the team. Let's see if that helps. Got a short corner. James whips it in though, and it's fallen to Ronaldo outside the box, who can probably do things here if he wants to. You're not going to tackle him there. Aaron Ramsey picks it up. Ramsey back to De Ligt. We're being forced back a little bit. They're basically parking the bus right now. De Ligt to Ramsey. Ramsey the ball through to Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Galini has managed to get his hands to it, and that is probably the most important save of his career. That's incredible work. I'm going to turn up the attacking. I think we're going to turn up the attacking a little bit. Try and get some more goals. Don't want to keep being 2-0 every time we play a game week. That's not okay. That's more praise. More praise. Let's see if that just inspires anything. Final whistle. That's fine. 2-0 will do the job for us. Could have been better. I'm not convinced by Bentancur. We're going to have a long look at him, I think, because his performances have been okay this season. He's generally been quite good. He's on a 7.9. But he's got camera shy, and I don't like it. So we're going to see how that works out for him. But brilliant. I leave the one guy in the room that speaks Italian to the team talk, and nothing occurs. But we've won 11 from 11. That's 33 points on the board now, and our goal difference goes up to plus 36, which is obscene. I don't know where we're coming back for. I think we said one of the games after Christmas, I think is what we said, which I guess would be somewhere around Napoli, Sassuolo. Sassuolo, by the way, doing really well in Serie A, I noticed. They are, I think, currently sat 4th or 5th. It's currently sat 5th. Sassuolo doing absolute bits in this league. But yeah, I think we're probably coming back somewhere around Napoli. And then we'll be into the Italian Cup, where we'll either play in Sassuolo or Novara in the first. Of course, we've got to get to the final of the Cup. So no pressure. We'll also go to the semi-final of the Champions League. Again, no pressure. We'll make it happen. Right. I think this is probably a fairly longish episode, so we're going to knock that on the head. Thank you very much for watching. As always, the socials are down here. You'll find, I'm getting used to where they are now. You'll find the Twitter, the Insta, the Patreon. Please like and subscribe. Ring the bell as well for more content. Check out the other creators. I'll make sure they are all in the description below as well. And yeah, keep enjoying Versus 4. Don't forget to use the hashtag Versus4 on Twitter when you discuss our things. And leave comments, because comments will get pulled up. Probably in Custard Profit's video, to be honest. In the weekly recap, because he seems to be doing that and it looks good. It's a really good thing for the whole series to keep everything tied together. So, until next time, guys, I've been ChasingLamely. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, have a good one.